Mario was one of gaming's longest-running franchises ever. From 1981 to 2023, there have been roughly 300 games released over the span of 40 years. But naturally, for being around for so long, things can get lost to time, or at the very least forgotten about. On a completely different note, I'm trying to get every single Mario game at the moment, and on my journey to type down every game on a checklist, I found many interesting things, some of which aren't even on the list. So, now I spread my cursed knowledge to you as well. Join me as we go down the Super Mario rabbit hole. To start off, I'm going to talk about the most well-known obscure game of the bunch. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. No, not these ones. Yes, this is as surface level as we get. Remember when handheld games were different to the console version? Me too. These games aren't anything special aside from some games having story modes. I've known their existence for a couple years now, but I never hear anybody talking about them, so here we are. Okay, here's a decently well-known one. If you're a Mario advocate like me, of course. Wrecking Crew 98. Thankfully, this game has a few notable things about it. For one, it has a story mode where Mario destroys Bowser's property for no reason, and it also features new characters. There's a jelly-filled donut, a dead girl, and Spike, who actually appeared in the original Wrecking Crew and recently appeared in the Mario movie. But the way you got the game is the most interesting part about it. You got the game from Nintendo Power. No, not this one. The other one. You got this game through the service only, and it was only released in Japan too, making it, pretty rare. Okay, I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I really want to learn how to sew and knit, but the problem is that takes effort. So instead, we have Mario Family to help us instead. It was a Japanese-only Nintendo game on the Game Boy Color, where you put in a design for a t-shirt, then a link cable sends the info to a sewing machine and makes it for you. This game's kinda mysterious though, as I can't find it being sold anywhere, and there are barely any videos of it online. But hey, at least we can look at some fun facts about the game. Oh, um... If I asked you what was the first Mario sports game, what would you say? Mario Golf on the N64? How about Mario's Tennis on the Virtual Boy? Nope. Instead, it was actually Donkey Kong Hockey. Once again, there isn't really anything to write home about. I just think it's funny that the first Mario sports game was this. But it is notable for being a Game & Watch game that allowed for 2-player co-op. Bet you didn't know that. Speaking of the Game & Watch, there are a few other weird ones as well, like Donkey Kong 2. Not to be confused with Donkey Kong Jr. They're two completely different games, I swear. Also, there's Mario the Juggler, where Mario juggles. Ha, what a worthless game. Bet it doesn't sell for $1,000 on eBay. Well, I'll be damned. All Night Nippon is a show in Japan that exists. I barely know anything about the show, but I do know a thing or two about Mario. And something that happened was that the two collaborated to make a game, All Night Nippon Super Mario Bros. It's just the original game, but with a few palette swaps. Also, the game takes place at night. Get it? All Night Nippon? Huh. Something weird about the game is that halfway through, it takes a weird detour and changes up the levels, which is cool, I guess. But nowadays, it's nothing but a cool novelty. Since Mario began in the arcades, I think we should talk about some weird Mario arcade games. First of all, we have Mario Roulette, a roulette game based off of Mario World. Developed by Konami of all people, this game barely has any documentation, but it's not as obscure as the other Mario arcade game, Donkey Kong Jungle Fever. This one was developed by Capcom and is based off of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. That's it. That's all the info I could find. Hell, not even the Mario Wiki has any info on it. But even weirder is that Jungle Fever got an equally as obscure sequel, Donkey Kong Banana Kingdom, also developed by Capcom. I genuinely can't find anything on it, which makes it all the more weirder. Next, we have one of the weirdest of them all, Mario's Photo Studio, or in Japan, yeah, I'm not reading that. This game was released only on the N64 in Japan, using the Smart Media memory card. In this game, you can take pictures, do sliding puzzles, and other mini games that I have no idea how to play. I played this game via emulation, and wow, is it a trip. It feels like Mario Paint in a way, and I really wish I could get an actual copy myself. While researching this game, I actually stumbled upon its website, and boy is it a beauty, filled with more low-quality images that you can dream of, which is ironic because it's a game all about photos. Huh. To conclude, I think we should go out with a bang, and by bang I mean lost media. When I hear people request for a new Mario game, I always hear people wanting a Waluigi game. Well, the reason why Nintendo hasn't made one is because they already have. Nintendo has made many Flash games in the past to promote their games, but for Mario Tennis, Nintendo decided to go, a little crazy. Thanks to a magazine and people who have too much time on their hands, we get to see at least a small part of the elusive Waluigi game. Waluigi's Toenail Clipping Party. Ta-da! Unfortunately, nobody has been able to play the game, and we probably will never get the chance to. But the fact that this game even exists at all makes it all the better. Ladies and gentlemen, while the video's over, I have only reached a small part of the Mario rabbit hole. There's so much to talk about here. For a franchise as long-running as Mario, there's bound to be some fascinating stuff, and I hope I get the chance to talk about even more stuff soon. But for now, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching.